built for it, nigga.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Right here. There you go. So I can hear my voice. Yay, yay. Sí. Uno, dos, uno, dos. Dos. Yes, it's good. How you guys doing? Fake news, Telemundo. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Out in Stover. We are almost there. Fort Lauderdale, Nina Ilwal, Oscar. Hello, my friend. How you doing, Cindy? How you guys doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. What happened? What happened? And what happened? Fake news. Fake news has been going on for the longest of time over here in my country, and for the longest of time over here at in our country. Fake news is always been number one to go viral because we were all blinded when there was not videos like we were doing as right now. So fake news is right now doing everything desperately for them to get attention and for them to get all the viral news. Why? Because they're not making rating anymore. Rating is dumb. Rating is gone, and rating their rating, it's real, low. So fake news, it's all the things that they want to do now. It's all the things that they want to do. And it's unfortunate. I can't see you. I'm right here. A lot of people are seeing me, so probably it's your phone. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that fake news is happening, and it's happening real bad. And when I'm talking about how are you, bud? I'm okay, buddy. What's going on, Michael Beesman? What's up, sir? What's going on? Hi, Blue from San Diego. Aye, you're real close. In-N-Out Burger, National City, 24th. Right there. Please, double with animal fries. What happened? Anthony, it's a thing with Telemundo. It's a thing with Telemundo. Telemundo, Univision is the same thing. They go hand by hand, and they do things. Why? Because they got the biggest platform probably in Latin America. They got the biggest platform in Latin America, so their fake news goes extremely long. The distance for them to reach, you don't even imagine how the distance is with fake news Telemundo and fake news Univision. So they did a video about doing the coverage of people protecting their side of the country, and it was the two Carol Rip. Dios te bendiga, señora Azul. Dios la bendiga usted, señora. They were recording, and they were doing coverage about the two guys that they were armed, and they were guarding the border. And they put some lady right there that the kids were scared, and she was scared, and she was like, oh, sí, yo no sé qué están haciendo ahí, tienen días ahí, y tengo miedo. I don't know what they're doing there. They've been days there, and I don't know what they're doing, and I'm afraid. I'm asking that lady, you're not afraid about all the coyotes coming every day to your anapra? You're not afraid of all the gang members and all the delinquent people that they're coming through Anapa? You're not afraid that Juarez, what was back in the day the #1 city in the world of killing women? You're not afraid of, Juarez having one of the biggest cartels in the world of crossing illegal drugs through their border? But you're afraid of two armed guys that they're just protecting, the border on the other side of the country, right? So what happened? What's Telemundo? What's Telemundo over here? I had a couple issues with them. Back like 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I had a couple issues. It was with the first caravan started. 5 months, probably 5 or 6 months. It was back in November or December. It was back then. So it's like around 5 months already. And I had a couple issues with them. And what happened with Telemundo? Telemundo approached me and they wanted to do an interview with me. Why? They were curious about, a Tijuana citizen having a difference of opinion about, this invasion that is going on in our country. So I did not do the interview. I told them no. And they were like, why? Because you guys create this thing that is not the reality. You guys create news. Every declaration that I'm going to say to you guys are going to fix it. And to a point that it sounds like I'm in favor of illegal immigrants in my country. And I'm in favor of this situation with immigrants in my country. What happened to Telemundo? What happened? Whatever happened? Let me talk about Telemundo for a little bit. We were talking about a broadcast in a network that they put narcocultura on their broadcast. They're famous for putting novelas of creating sexual education to kids that are 13, 14, 15 years old. They put on the narco novels outside for people to watch when they're only 16, 17, 18 years old, encouraging all these youngsters to go ahead and do it. And what are they saying? They did a whole coverage about these two people wearing big armor. Why Telemundo is not in Chiapas doing coverage of the border? How are they breaking through and how are they hurting officers? And why Telemundo didn't put the note out of the two officers that they were killed in Chiapas by an Honduras immigrant? Why? Why Telemundo didn't put out the note that in the morning, not this morning, 2 months ago, they raped a woman outside of their work, two guys from El Salvador? Why Telemundo didn't put out when they were all violent over here at the shelter? Why Telemundo is not recording all the illegals that are entering from gang members from the MS-18 and MS-13? Why Telemundo is not doing all that? Why Telemundo is not doing a coverage over here in Tijuana where they just found a body chopped up in pieces in a bag? Why Telemundo is not doing a coverage at the border, how they are smuggling and how they are paying illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants are paying $500 a piece to cross them illegally through Tecate. Why Telemundo is not doing a coverage about how all the states are getting bribed to let this caravan move and let this caravan in through all the states of Mexico. Why Telemundo is not doing the coverage about the International Pact of Immigration and the 154 countries that they are involved in this International Pact of Immigration, and it looks like an invasion and how it's affecting the economy, not only of the country, but my city. Why Telemundo is not doing that? But you see a couple of guys that they're armed on the other side of the Juarez, trying to protect their country, armed, and you make a big coverage about it. Right? Right? So they're wrong because they're armed. But yeah, but they're not unauthorized. And there is a guy that comes out on that coverage and it's from the Border Patrol. Shame on that guy, really. I thought that the Border Patrol was with the cause of Trump. I thought that the Border Patrol was to protect the city of El Paso, but you see a Border Patrol agent saying that these people are not well trained and that they don't know what they're doing. I thought that the Border Patrol was with the country. But as I'm looking at this guy that is giving declarations, we see a person that is from the Border Patrol and he's defending the immigrants. It looks like that. It looks like that. He's like, I can't do anything about it. Why? Because they're in their freedom to protect their country, but they're not in the freedom to use their word. They use their arms. Why Telemundo is not doing coverage of those things? Why Telemundo? Why you're not covering Tijuana? How it was radical and instigated in this particular months behind me, November, December, January, February, and now March, and not even that, October. I forgot. Why? I'm asking you why. Why you haven't done a coverage about the 14 that they wanted to burn a federal building in Mexicali? Why you didn't do a coverage about the terrorists that wanted to explode wanted to bribe and wanted to negotiate with the United States? Why? Why you didn't do a coverage about the immigrant that with a fake gun, he threatened the federal agents at the Barretal shelter for food? Why? I'm asking you why, Telemundo? Why you're not doing those coverages? Those are big coverages. Yes, they are. You know why you're not doing them? You know why? Because you're in favor of this illegal immigration. That is why. Because you're against the President of the United States. That is why. Because everything that you're twisting around is money for you. And you want to be the biggest network in Latin America. That is why. That is why. Why you don't tell, the world, Telemundo, that Baja California is the number 5 in the world of violence and delinquency, and we're not a third world-class secure country, and we not supposed to be having this International Pact of Immigration over here? Why? Why you're not giving the news like that? But you are doing a coverage, and you expose that coverage of a guy that is protecting his country and he's armed. Do you know how the coyotes work, Telemundo? Do you know how they come in? Do you know that they have guns? Do you know that they arm? Do you know that they have knives and carrying a delinquent, violent record on the back? Do you know all that? Do you know that this coming illegally through a port of entry is running on a mountain? So they come in, they have to come in through the door. Do you know that? But you don't do that kind of coverage. You do the coverage that only makes Americans that are protecting their country and Mexicans that they are protecting their country wrong. You wanted to do a coverage of me 5 months ago and I did not give you an interview. Why? Because I know that you're a bunch of lies. You and Univision, you're a bunch of lies. All of you. You sell the illegal immigrants, and why you don't put, why have you haven't done no coverage about all the American organizations that they're invading, then they're coming illegally to Tijuana to practice law and violating our Constitution, and you don't do a coverage of that? Why? Why you're not doing the news about all the children that they're getting trafficked and they're not their biological parents? Why? Why are you not doing coverage of that? Why you do coverage of our mayor doing an explanation of why he's not agreeing with these illegal immigrants? Why? But why you don't do the coverage about immigrants, doing all these 5% that it went up in Benito Juarez, it went up a delinquency and went up of things that they were doing illegally in the block of the 5th of May. Why you don't cover that? When, Telemundo, when you were over here on the 5th of May and you were at the shelters giving food, giving clothes, and helping immigrants? When, Telemundo and Univision, you were over here, that you are a big network in Latin America with containers full with food, full with clothes? When, Telemundo, you were here trying to help the kids to go to school and get them fed? When, Telemundo, you were over here trying to help the moms, the mothers, and the women? When? Never. You never been here. And you never going to. And you're not going to. Because you're fake. You're fake. And you're fake. That is why. That is why. More than 76 apprehended with the delinquent accusations of them trying to shoplift in the month of December. 5,000 forced apprehended crossing the border in the month of January. Police officers hurt in our city in Tijuana and in the city of Chiapas. 2 officers killed in the city of Chiapas. 3 officers of the Border Patrol hurt at the head with rocks. When you have been there to do those coverages? When? I'm asking you, when? You haven't. You haven't done no coverages at all about that. Why? Why you haven't? Because you want to be the greatest network in Latin America. And you are for Latin America. But you are not for doing things right. You are pro-immigrant. And it's good. I support that. But where are you? I don't see you. I don't see Ramos. I don't see that reporter, that Mexican reporter that is talking about, oh, they're threatened because there are people that they wear guns in the other side of the border. You know how many border patrols are in the other side of my border with guns? And the people over here are not threatened. They are not. You're mad because Anthony Agüero didn't give you an interview. You're mad because we don't agree with you and we're brown. You're mad because he's Hispanic and I'm Mexican, and I'm not talking about me. He's Hispanic and he doesn't agree with you 1 cent. You are mad because he did not give you 1 minute of his time for an interview because you're going to twist every word that he's going to say. And what do? You go and attack somebody else. You go and make false accusations. And you want to destroy and annihilate a person that is protecting his country. Why don't you come over here and tell me that to my face? I want to do an interview with you. And I will have my phone live. So I will tell you the truth of what it is, what is going on with these illegal immigrants. And how much violence they have been bringing and how they've been raping our women in the south of Mexico. Have you done coverage about the indigenous getting ripped off of their land? And they're trying to make big companies for all these Central Americans to come in and work over there? Have you done coverage of that? No, you haven't. No, you have not. No, you have not done not even 1 cent of coverage. Have you done coverage of almost the 60 million in poverty over here in our country? Have you done coverage of the 350,000 veterans that they're homeless in the United States? Have you done coverage of the Mexican migrants that they were living at a park? Have you done coverage about the violence and delinquency that is going on in every border? Have you gone where these officers were killed in Chiapas and try to make comfort for their families? Have you worried about their families? Have you done something for their families? Have you support their families? Have you done something about that? Do you know the International Pact of Immigration? Do you know that it's damaging our sovereignty? Do you know that it's damaging the sovereignty of the United States? Do you know all this violent movement? Do you know how they're crossing illegal drugs through the border of Chiapas and they're paying that they're crossing illegally to the United States? Do you know about these radical organizations that they're coming from the U.S. and they're taking advantage of the illegal immigrants? Do you know all that? Sharon Schwab, show us the poor place in Tijuana, how the poor are living. You don't believe me or what? You don't believe me? You need proof? My proof hasn't been enough? Come on, Telemundo. Come on. You're talking about like you are the reality and the truth. And you're talking to me like you are the reality and the truth. You're talking to me like that. And you're standing up real high with your neck real high, talking to me face to face like it's a reality and it's a truth. That you are really the truth. You're 100% accurate about everything that you're saying. I want to know that. Hold on a second, you guys. I'll be with you guys in a second. Sharon, yes, I believe you, but maybe more people will help them, but haven't seen much. Watch you this morning about little Haiti. You want me to go and show you all the places that they're poor over here in Tijuana? You want me to go and do that? Do you want me to make Tijuana look bad like that? Do you think I'm that kind of person? That I'm gonna make my city look that bad? Just come over here and watch the city and see. You know, I'm gonna be real quick with you guys about Telemundo and Univision. As a Mexican citizen, I've been watching Telemundo and Univision all my life. All my life. I've been, not a fan of Telemundo and not a fan of Univision. I never liked them. They're, I like their weather channel. They have beautiful women on the weather channel. Other than that, I don't like Telemundo. They're fake news. They're really fake. And I'm not going to insult a broadcast or a network. The only thing that I'm addressed to you guys is that whenever you want to do news and if you want to damage somebody else's image, watch out. Watch out, because it's coming for you. Telemundo, Univision, you're so desperate right now. You are so desperate. You are really desperate that you know that you're losing audience. And I know that we're winning. I know. I know that all the freelancers and all the independent journalists, we are winning. And you know that. You absolutely 100%, you know that. You know that your ratings went down so much that you're so desperate and you're just doing everything that you can to damage somebody else's persona for order to get you news. So, hope that what I just told you, hope that I just told you, I just educate you a little bit of all the things that you've been missing over here. All the good news that you've been missing over here. All the great notes that you've been missing over here. And all the great coverages that you've been missing over here at Telemundo and Univision. You've been missing a lot. But there's the question I wondered, why you haven't done no coverages of those things? Why? We all know why. And the only reason why you haven't done those coverages is because you're left. That's it. And that's it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, because you're gonna get... Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. You're losing. And you're desperate. And we know. But every time that you want to speak the truth, come with me and let us walk. You haven't been to Little Haiti, right? Do you know where Little Haiti is? Do you know where Little Honduras is getting built? And do you know those properties? And how many Mexican poor people need property? That is who you are. You're fake. Okay, you guys, I'm about to leave. Have you guys a great evening, a great afternoon. We're trying to do the best that we can, people. And people are always going to be damaging our persona. People that they don't even know how to broadcast. There's a lot of them. People that they don't even know how to turn on a mic. There's a lot of them. That they want to damage our persona. They want to damage our career. They want to damage our image. And, it's okay. We know how to digest all that. And we know how to get around all that. We're working. We are working. We're worried about work. We're not worried about somebody else's going to court or somebody else is fighting over there. We're not worried about that. Really, we're not. I don't care. Really, I don't care. I'm worried about work, broadcasting, putting my voice out, people learning from what is going on. That is my obligation with society, and my obligation with my city, and my obligation with the United States. That is my obligation. So, regarding work, Telemundo, you're getting beat to the punch. Every time. Every time. And you're going to get beat to the punch every time. Every single time. All right, people. Have a great day. Have a great day. I'm about to round out. I have to go to work again. And I need to turn off this computer right here. La la la. Shut down. Have a great day. Your coverage is admirable. Thank you so much. Rosarito, good times. Yeah, they're beautiful. Thank you, much love. Katie Cole, thank you so much. Greg Wanko, thank you so much. All the people that they're always, giving a blessing to us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it with all my heart. Have a great day. I wanted to, do this coverage just to explain a little bit to Telemundo that they're just, how President Trump says, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news. They're fake news. Really, they are. Congratulations to everybody that is doing great. And congratulations to everybody that is not. You're going to do great today. Don't even worry about it. God bless you. Peace and love. And always your country first. Stay safe.